BC News. Good morning, Jim Ryan.
Good morning. Yes, this is the case of a guy named Arnold Ray Jones. He's sitting in prison here on drug charges, a drug conviction. President Obama announced a program that would grant executive clemency to him and thousands of other drug offenders. And Jones filed for clemency under that program. But last week, McGraw, a couple of weeks ago actually, after he received the presidential commutation, he refused it. He said he didn't want to accept that at all. And the people who run these programs say that it's because of the strings that are attached, and one that Jones just didn't agree with, couldn't agree with, and wouldn't abide by, and that was that he would be required to undergo drug treatment. He would have to go through a rehab program. He has refused that. His attorney says that going into prison, he had been using crack almost every week, crack cocaine, and that it's something that he simply can't kick. And so he's going to stay in prison a little bit longer, but he won't be subject to the commutation guidelines that are set forth by the president under this program. So I think it's safe to assume that he's going to be using drugs when he gets back out.
So one of the interesting things about this is President Obama has made this sort of a rallying cry for his last couple of months in office. He is pardoning and giving clemency for large numbers of people. This guy being one of them. Are you saying that he would rather stay in jail and do drugs than get some type of drug treatment and leave jail?
Yeah, it's amazing. He would be out about 8 months earlier if he decided to take up this program, this executive clemency program. But his attorney says he just doesn't want to do it. It's his choice. His attorney can't make him do it. Nobody can make him do it. The president can't under this clemency program. I'm sort of wondering why he applied for it in the first place if then he decided to turn it down.
So we're assuming that he's still abusing crack in jail?
No, that he intends to once he gets out. Because one of the conditions of this program would have been that once he got out of prison, he would have to immediately enroll in an inpatient rehab program, and he said he simply didn't want to do that. I think it's the assumption that he's still an addict, he's still hooked, whether he's using drugs in prison or not. He apparently will once he gets out.
How long has he been in jail?
What is it, 9 years now, something like that? He's been in prison for quite a long time. He was if he had agreed to complete this program, he'd be out in just 2 years. He's got 6 years left on his program, on his sentence. He was originally sentenced in 2002, but it was dragged out in court, drug trafficking conviction. But he's apparently going to stay in just a bit longer than he would have otherwise.
That is the darndest story. Jim Ryan,
I know.
ABC News in Dallas. Jim, thanks for checking in.
Appreciate it, McGraw.
You got it. 624 here, Big 550.